Hi people, how you doing? Thank you for being here in this new segment for PX Sports, only dedicated to skateboarding. And I'm Max Barrera, and I'm here with Oscar Mesa, and
What's
the
good?
guy that no need introduction, Danny Way.
Thank you, Max.
Legend of legends. Right
Legends,
here.
the legends. Let's start with the first question, Papichi.
So, Danny, everyone's been seeing that you've been spending some time here in Mexico. What brought you back to this beautiful place after 20 years that you haven't been here?
Well, there's one simple answer to that, Oscar. It's you, brother.
It's you.
I know the answer, but
It's you. My longtime good friend Oscar Meza has been, sharing light on the fact that there's a lot of opportunity to be had here with some of the things that I'm trying to do with my skateboarding career, especially with some of the stunts or some of the world records and the alliance with the government here and, building a relationship with the community and the country to potentially build some things here that can change our sport forever.
Yeah, exactly.
but aside from that, it's not just me. Trust me.
No, I
Dude,
know.
he invented the El Camino trick here, over 20 years ago.
Rodeo.
And he thought about it that day, did it. So, he has so much love here in Mexico. So when I decided to move down here, for the past couple of years, I was like, dude, you gotta come down. Like, Mexico's f***ing dope. It's like, it's like the early 2000s, of skateboarding in LA. And I'm stoked that you're here. You also grew up with a lot of Hispanics. You grew
Yes,
up in
sir.
San Diego, but in the Hispanic,
exactly.
culture and in that area. So, he loves Mexican women. So you guys know,
Oops.
goes crazy for
Yeah.
him. I'm like, dude, you gotta stay away from him, man. They're crazy.
No, and you guys need to know he's working in so many surprise for Mexico. He got to do a evolution in the skateboarding in Mexico. No, talk about a little what plans you have here in Mexico.
Well, I came up with the idea like maybe 5 years ago when I was looking at like what next. And I saw the opportunity because the elections were starting
Okay.
and Trump was trying to build this wall.
Okay.
And I was like, this wall is controversial.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe in politics.
Nice.
So my thing is like the people for the people. These walls separate communities. They create, all kinds of, war, segregation, separation, all these things. And for me, I was like, this wall is in my hometown. Like I live in San Diego. The wall is right there in Tijuana.
Yeah.
And I want to potentially jump this wall.
Oh
when the
my
elections-
God, people! He wanna jump the border
Just
from
listen
TJ
to
to
that.
San Diego.
Come on.
That is the plan.
Yes, so I spent so much time last election preparing this. I
Okay.
was
so-
this close, and then COVID hit,
Oh,
and it stopped everything. And I spent maybe almost 2 years planning this out. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do next? I spent so much time doing this, am I get another chance? And then over time, we learned Trump's going to come back in and try and run for presidency. And I'm not against Trump.
no,
I'm not against.
politician in general.
I just
no?
hate politics in general.
Yeah, they
so to
are-
me, it's
it's
more
not-
like I want to
not
take advantage of
one-sided.
the opportunity to celebrate both sides of the fence. Our camaraderie. I have so much relationship in Mexico. I grew up in a Hispanic community. All my friends growing up I skated with were Mexican, and then down to even now, culturally, I'm well invested in the music industry. I make music with a lot of artists that come from Mexico, and there's no politics that separate people.
Okay.
It's
So talk
the
talk to us. Sorry to interrupt, but a little bit about after you do the wall jump, what you have planned with these musicians that are Mexican, also. So
Well, I have to accomplish the wall jump to keep this momentum rolling. So this is number one priority, and we have
Yeah,
a
you're
timeline.
safe.
I'll be good. We have a timeline, so we have to execute quickly. But my 2.0 to the wall is, I've been working on trying to bring an event to the Olympics called Big Air.
Big Air.
I did it with ESPN, X
Okay.
Games.
Okay.
Very successful. The biggest analytics or viewership of any event they've ever had.
Actually, you have the record, no? The world
I
record.
own the world record for the highest, sir.
And you wanna break it.
Yes, but in skateboarding right now at the Olympics, you can't break a world record. There's skateboarding park and skateboarding street. What
Yeah,
world
that's-
record can you break?
No.
So
no,
my thing is, I want to bring in an event where it's metered. It's like pole vaulting, high jump, distance, track.
Okay.
It's not judged. It's metered. You either
Yeah.
break the record or you win the event for going the highest out of the ramp, or you don't. It's a very simple concept,
Yeah.
but it will be the most dangerous and visually stimulating event that the Olympics has ever seen.
That's so sick.
So,
Especially because
my
I
goal-
mean that's what the Olympics is about, you know. That's
Absolutely,
what
and I'm trying to teach them, like, you guys are on the wrong track. Let me help you, guide you.
Wow, guys. He wanna help Mexico. That is amazing. That is
Well,
a
there's a
bless,
2.0. This is leading into Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Next Olympics is in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
My goal is to have the higher event in LA.
In LA.
Okay. In the meantime, right now, my biggest argument with the Olympic Committee is there's no girls that can do high air.
So we need girls to do it.
Yes, we do. And there's a bunch of amazing girls skating vert right now that are capable of blasting huge airs, but there's no training facility.
Okay.
So my goal is to plan to build a training facility in Mexico
Wow.
with the mega
Sorry,
round quarter
guys. I'm so excited, but honestly, in Mexico, no, we have nothing, dude. So we have skate parks, but no one is the right size.
and
You know?
especially dedicated to, you know, enhancing the ability of women too, you know, of like giving, I mean, not just the women here in Mexico, but the women all over the world. Because if the facility is here, it's
This
like,
is a global facility.
Yeah.
Even though it's here, we will bring all of the talent from the world to this facility.
Yeah.
So my goal is to get this facility built soon
Okay.
and then start building training camps. And it's not just for the women, like all the pro skateboarders that skate mega ramp or vert will have access to this facility. But, you know, laying it up with the wall sets my tone in Mexico for like my commitment to this country for
It's
skateboarding.
amazing, man.
So the
honestly.
2.0 is the training facility. The 3.0 is LA Olympics,
Okay.
you know, and then 2032, the Olympics are circling back to Mexico.
Wow.
yeah.
So the backstory, in skateboarding events is the bigger event will dwarf street skating and park skating.
Yeah.
Any spectator is going to watch it and go, "Why are we even watching this?
Yeah.
We want to watch this."
No, it's bigger and it's you take the skateboarding to the next level, man. Honestly, always. Actually, I think we have 5 tricks here. The production is telling me 5 of your best tricks. No, something like that. We have that, no, and we got to see it. Is what they told me. So
Dope.
we got to see these 5 best tricks.
Did I
of-
see those?
I think so. I think so. I don't
You
know.
didn't
if
see it before, but you're about to see it now.
Yeah,
You
got
guys
to-
pick my 5 best tricks.
I guess.
I'll tell you the 5 best, bro.
Oh,
After we'll
Look, we
we'll see
watch
if they're
the best
correct
tricks.
or
At
not.
X Games, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, this
Yeah.
is the beginning of the big air, okay? This is when ESPN said, we can't do an event with you unless we have enough guys that can do it. So I built my own facility out in the desert,
Yeah.
and I brought in Jake Brown, Bob, all of the big guys that at that time had the capability. Ellis, Bucky, like the list goes on. So I took like
That
a
is
year.
crazy in Las Vegas.
I took a year, and I told them I could get 8 other pros that could do this, and we could create the event.
Yeah, it started really like 10 guys. No, I remember
That's
when
it.
you. Yeah.
Now there's like
Well, I mean,
50 guys that went
but
in.
it started with his idea of pushing skateboarding to that level, but no one was at that level. So you have to help everybody get there.
So
you
I
know?
built the facility, and I
Crazy.
brought them out to the desert.
Is that one? No, is
No,
what we
this
see
is-
it
no,
in the
that's
number
not the
3.
one. No.
That is the big air in the history. No, it's
That's
40 feet.
It's 25 and a half feet above the lip, but that one to me was a failure.
That
Where did you do the biggest air?
That one is a letdown for me.
one. Okay.
That's the biggest air right now.
Okay.
Okay.
That
That one.
ramp I built, I was like, I'm going over 30 feet. And I almost got it. By the end of the day, I was so beat up, I couldn't take any more runs. I had to take a few weeks off.
I remember the first time that I see this when you jump in from the helicopter. Dude, how you thinking that? How coming in your mind? Like I want to jump to the helicopter. You know, like,
Well,
Off
that
a
day I
helicopter,
didn't
yeah.
plan that. That day I planned to break the higher record
okay.
So
And
I
where it
did-
come from the helicopter?
because it was hovering, filming.
Okay, and you say, you know
I'm
what?
like, dude, that thing's sitting above the ramp. I'm gonna jump off of it. And then
Wow.
You
Deardick,
fucking
Rob,
beast, man.
Rob Deardick was sitting next to me, right?
Uh-huh.
And Rob's like, "Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
gonna go talk to the pilot." So Rob goes and talks to the pilot, and he comes back and he's like, "The pilot says it's all good. Let's go." And I was like,
And first try, no? Was first
"No,
try?
it was like I think it was like third. I took a couple big slams, bro.
Yeah. Like good skater.
Like
Happen. Yeah.
hard slams.
No, I
And
know.
that's,
So from
and that's
what-
where my supplement products come into play, bro. If I didn't have my vehicles of keeping myself in a place where I can like endure pain and be able to like continue my process in the moment, especially like that.
And then
Yeah.
first was the helicopter, and then we see the jump of the China.
The Great Wall.
Yeah, no.
No, there's two other plays.
Before,
So the next thing is there was an event, and it was
But you,
Like-
Max, you're talking about
No,
from the from what we're seeing right now.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What we see in the video. The last video is when you jump in the wall, the Chinese wall, and I know you broke your two ankles, no?
no one.
No, one, and you jump in the next day. That's crazy, man. Like, honestly.
Well, there's a story behind that.
Okay.
So I spent a couple years developing this project.
Yeah.
Raised a good amount of money, had my sponsors behind me, and I
Okay.
felt like I could not let anyone down. The day before the event, I saw because I brought out my ramp builders, the Chinese government would not let my ramp builders build the ramp without their construction crew that was Chinese involved. There was no language, the language barrier.
How you
complete-
how you
we had
make
no
it?
no translators.
Yeah.
So like these guys are like fighting with these guys to build this thing, and there were so many flaws in the design.
What?
And I'm looking at this, I'm like, how am I going to pull this off tomorrow?
Yeah.
So I'm fighting against the government to say, hey, my guys need to have control of the build. They know what I need, and it's going to be safe. And like, sorry, but your guys don't understand. So after a bunch of back and forth thing, the government did not back down. So that day before I was going to jump the wall, I needed to know, like, how is this going to play out? So, like, the government would not let me jump.
That day.
They would not let me practice.
Wow, that's
They were like
that's
one shot.
They were
crazy.
scared.
That is crazy.
Well, no, they told me if media got out, it'd ruin the whole thing, which I get. Like,
Yeah, because
if it
everything
leaked
was going to
before-
be live.
Yeah. So I get that. So I waited all day till the sun was going down, and they had the officials from the government standing on the ramp all day, making sure I didn't.
They do not
escape.
jump.
So they left, and it was like sun was going down, barely could see. And I went up there and I took one test run, and I already knew right when I dropped in, I was like,
You need more
I
speed.
need more speed. And typically when I build like a landing ramp,
Yeah.
I build like a rollover.
Yeah, and that one was
They
like
built
that.
a square deck like this, which is my
Oh,
number one
man.
rule of like, if you come up short, even if you're 6
it
inches
shit.
short, you're done.
Yeah.
If that was a roller, I would have slid right in, been cool.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
pumping.
So that was one of the flaws. There were so many I couldn't get them all fixed in one day.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but guess what? Can make it, man.
I broke the ankle.
Honestly,
Didn't sleep that night.
yeah.
Iced my ankle all night. My kid was in my room helping me ice my ankle. Like, went to the hospital, got lidocaine vials, syringes. I'm injecting my own ankle.
You
Gnarly.
yourself.
Yeah.
That
Danny,
is crazy.
you mentioned to me that while you were up there the next day, you had to like move your foot into position on the board before dropping
100%.
in. Dude,
I over injected
Gnarly.
my ankle with lidocaine
Yeah.
to the point where it numbed like
You
my
don't feel
ankle
shit.
from here down, where I couldn't feel anything. My foot had no feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I gotta drop in this thing now.
Yeah.
So I made a few adjustments that night. My boys made, my ramp builders fixed a few things. And then the next day I had to go up there and do it. And the first drop in I had, numb ankle, not knowing what the adjustments would do. And I shot over that thing and I landed it.
You are a beast, man. And honestly,
But I did it 5 times in a row after that just to make
five
sure.
times. Like,
Well, I
you
360.
make the 360 and then
Well, no, I made the jump and then I 360
the
4
360.
times.
Okay.
But just
Wow.
to solidify, all that money, time, and investment was worth it.
Okay.
One shot and one video clip was not gonna.
and also
erase it.
you said that if you were in perfect health, you would have like filmed the whole video part.
that's what my
You know,
plan
that
was.
was like,
Video part, that is a good thing. What you think about the new generation that make video parts? Or how important is the new generations make video parts? Because right now the game changed, no? Everything is Instagram, TikTok. They're not working more in
And now it's Olympics and qualifying.
Yes.
Stupid
shit.
video parts. When you put it into a whole video part, not just one-off clips on Instagram or TikTok, but when you save those clips and you're not so desperate to get instant attention or gratification, the fact you have good enough content that you can actually hold it back
Yeah.
and be confident that if you can accumulate enough content to put it into a segment where you can actually have a song play through it, that creates nostalgia. That's history in skateboarding. Instagram and TikTok are not history.
No,
it's for
I
the
think-
leftovers and like the warm-ups, you know?
Yes.
But guys get so desperate to get attention, they can't wait it out. So like the guys that are the best have the confidence and know they have the credibility that they might not show up for a second.
Yeah.
But when they drop the video part,
That is the
it changes.
that is the
skateboarding
beauty
forever.
for me.
And it lasts
but
forever,
it
you know?
That becomes nostalgic. It becomes history in skateboarding, and it lasts forever.
Yes.
An Instagram clip lasts for whatever 24 hours.
Yeah, the attention is like 3 seconds and that's
Done.
it.
Not even that, not
I
even
don't
a
even
minute.
remember.
That-
So the guys that are, you know, there's two things here happening. Guys that are capable of doing what I just said, filming a video part, whatever, are fighting against the kids that are like so desperate to get attention. They're dropping clips every day, but they'll never have any history in skateboarding.
Yeah. So, hey guys, girls, you listen the master, fucking make video parts, honestly, and don't focus on Olympics. Olympics is just a tool. No?
Olympics is a whole nother path.
Yeah.
You can
What do you
dedicate
think
your
about
life-
Olympics, Oscar? Sorry.
Yeah.
I need to do that question.
I mean, I think it's dope that skateboarding has gotten to that stage, you know. But for a long time, like skateboarding pushed away the Olympics.
Yeah.
So like when I grew up, like, you know, trying to like prove myself in the skate game or whatever, like I never thought about the Olympics. Like I just thought about trying to do the rail, you know, down the street in downtown LA that no one's ever done. Like that's how I grew up, you know. But contest was always like something I had to do. So, you know, I understood there's also like a balance of, you know, with companies and business and have to show up and do that stuff. So like, you know, it's cool that a bunch of the, you know, skaters have this outlet, but that's not skateboarding, you know, as a whole. So it's hard to like want to become an Olympic athlete while still keeping that core and, you know, that love for like, yeah, exactly. And, you know, doing tricks that are going to last forever.
Wow, amazing. The time fly. I think we need to go. But I have last question for you, Danny. And what you think the Olympics take away the essence of skateboarding?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because most of the athletes are drawn to the Olympics for the exposure.
Yeah.
The exposure sets them up for corporate contracts.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a money grab.
Yeah.
How much exposure can I get? How much money can I make?
Yeah. So it's just
if you're,
a
auth-
fucking
if you're
tool.
authentic, passionate, love, die by the cause skateboarder,
Yeah.
you don't give shit about the exposure.
Exactly. You listen the master, please. Don't take so serious skateboarding. Enjoy it. Make video parts, no? And it's coming more than this. So be ready for this podcast, no?
Be in competition
Yeah.
with yourself, not with anybody else.
Exactly.
And let the skateboarding speak for itself, always.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, guys, last message that you wanna give to the people.
Yeah, be true to what your passion is.
Be
Let
true.
your passion be the driver. You know, if you're authentic in your passion, you will succeed at whatever level you want. You know, passion is the number one fuel for success. Confidence and commitment, those are the 3 pillars of being able to be the best you can be in anything you want to be in.
Amazing. Papichi.
That's it.
That's it.
Keep it
okay,
real.
so hey, be ready. We go to have this program with Oscar Mesa and me. We got to have so many
Special guests.
special guests in this podcast here in PX Sport. So thank you so much, Danny. Honestly,
Of course, Max.
for
Thank
me
you
it's
for
a
having me,
bless
brother.
to
Love you,
have you
brother.
here.
Oscar, thank you, brother.
Thank you for everything you got to do for Mexico. So, guys,
Thank you, brother.
we see you soon here in PX Sports Skateboarding.